Hi guys, today we are starting a new tutorial related to distributed database. Now what is mean by a distributed database? We know about database. Database is nothing but a server which stores data, right? If you see here, this is a database server, you call it machine and it stores data and this is a database. So if you have several missions like this, let's say you have mission, let's name this as a mission 1, okay. Now you have mission 2 and you have mission 3. If you store data on multiple machines, then we call that as a distributed database. To summarize, distributed database is nothing but storing data on multiple machines. Okay. So what are the reasons for choosing a distributed database? There are three reasons why we even distribute our data. First is a scalability. Okay. Now, let's say I'm launching an e-commerce application related to clothing. Now, when I started off the application, hardly users used to log in into the application and buy products. Let's say initially only 10 users used to log in per day and place orders, and later it increased to 100, and later it increased to 10k, and then it increased to 1 lakh. Okay, but my single machine is not initially, if I use a single machine, right, it is not capable of handling the user load that is increasing day by day. When user load increases day by day, automatically the people also place orders, right? Even the order count also gets increased. So my single machine is not able to store those many orders here. So that's why what we can do is we can bring in one more machine, okay, and we can store the orders on a new machine. And if your load even increases, you can even bring in another machine, and we can store the data on the other machine as well. So if your scale of the scale of your application increases, then you can add more and more machines to cope up with the load, right? That is why we go with distributed database in terms of scalability. This is just for storing the data. And let's assume you have a Black Friday sale or big billion days on Amazon, right? So the load during those days on Amazon system is way too high. So number of users logging into the application just to see the offers is very high, and the number of users placing orders is also very high. So read request and write request is very high during the during the sale time, right? So let's say I don't have these mission 2 and mission 3, I have a single mission. So it is not able to accept those many read requests and those many write requests just with a single server. In that case, what we can do is we can add a few more machines during the sale time and route few requests to machine 2 and few requests to machine 3, so that you don't bombard a single machine with huge number of requests, right? So the three reasons that comes in scalability is storing high volume of data, and high read request and high write request, right? High write request. Now, the second reason why we choose distributed database is fault tolerance or high availability. High availability. Okay. Now, let us assume you have a single mission. Okay. Now, because of few issues, your mission goes down, or your mission is working fine, but there are few network failures due to which your users not able to access your application. If you promise users that your application is highly available, then if your mission goes down or if there is any network glitch, users can't access it and users loses trust on your application, right? So that is when you add more missions, okay. if machine 1 goes down, then automatically your machine 2 comes up and serves the users, right? And let us assume even if your machine 2 goes down, then if you have multiple missions, then even if one of the several missions goes down, other missions are there to make your system highly available. Okay. And the third reason is latency. Okay. Latency. Nowadays people don't wait on your application to get data for minutes. As soon as you go into a website, you expect data to load within a millisecond, right? Now you go to some train ticket booking website and you wait on that website to load data, then it's a very bad user experience. So latency comes into play here, right? So if you have to decrease the response time of your application, then only your users come stays on your application. Okay. Now let's say you have a single database server stay residing somewhere in California, and one of your you have most of the users using your application from Delhi, India. Okay. And if you request something on your website, if users residing in Delhi request something on your website, request has to travel all the way from Delhi to California, right? All the way from Delhi to California, and again response comes all the way from California to Delhi, right? So, since your database server is very far from the users, network time automatically increases and users receives data after some time, which is not very good for an application to survive long. So in this case, what we can do is, if you think that you have lots of users residing in Delhi, you can place another server in Delhi, okay? And people who are in India, they can access server in Delhi, not the one which is in California. Okay. Now instead of California, they can use a database. They can use a Delhi database server. So this reduces the network time. So when the network time reduces, automatically response time of a request also reduces, right? So users can request and see the data fastly. So this is the reason why you place your servers in multiple geographical locations, so that your application is highly responsive. These are the three main reasons why are we even going with the distributed database. Thank you.